Hey everyone, and welcome back to a cup of chic. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a review, and the review is going to be on my Moto 360 smartwatch. So if you want to see features, pros, cons, things I like about it, then just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the beautiful design. This watch comes in silver, gold, and rose gold. I have the gold one. And you can also get many different bands, leather bands, metal bands. This is just like the classic link band. I love that the face is circular. I think it just makes it really look like it's just an actual piece of jewelry and not a smartwatch. Because, you know, with loving fashion and everything, I don't really want it to look too big and bulky and like you have a big piece of technology on your wrist. I really wanted it to look very simple and chic, and I think this is a really beautiful piece. Okay, so my second favorite thing is Carla and I go to a ton of movies. Like, I mean, we go to one at least probably once a week. And so, if you can see, this is it like fully on, and I know it's hard to tell in this light, but then it'll go like this. But it's still, you can like still read the time and everything, like it goes in like incognito mode. And this is even still super bright and when you're in the movie theater, and I just feel always so bad. Like, person beside me is probably just like, oh my god, that is so annoying. And so Carlo showed me that if you just swipe down, there's like do not disturb, and then there's also theater mode, and so it puts it to like just the screen's black, and you have to hit this button on the side of your watch to turn it back on after the movie. And that was super helpful because I felt really bad, and I like took my watch off, and after the movie he was like, babe, you know, you can just do this. And I was like, oh my god, I had no idea. So I love that it has movie theater mode because it is definitely really bright and distracting in a movie. Another feature I love is the health and fitness. Right now it's telling me I'm 15 minutes from home. I'm sitting at home. That's awkward. Is the fit and the fit activity. So it has two separate apps. The fit one just tells you like your steps and like your heart rate like throughout the day and stuff like that. And then if you go fit activity, that one you can select walking, biking, running, which is really cool. So if you're on a bike ride, you can just click it and it'll like track where you go and it'll do all that stuff. Or if you go for a walk or hike, it'll also do the same. Same with running. And you can also select all the different workouts to list here. Like, there was a bunch of other workouts that I don't personally do, so there was no point in me putting them on the list. So yeah, in the fit activity app, which comes on the watch, by the way, you don't have to download it or anything. I mean, you have to download it onto your phone, but not onto the watch. They also give you challenges, so it's kind of like a guided workout. I haven't tried any of these yet. I really want to. They have like a push-up challenge, a sit-up challenge, a squat challenge. So you could like click the squat challenge, select difficulty, beginner, intermediate, advanced. Let's do beginner. Proper form. Day 1 of 30, 15 reps. Cool, so like you can do it every day. Okay, let's stop this. End challenge. So yeah, if you really want to work out, or you know, you missed your workout and you just want to do one at home, you can do like these challenges. I think I might try doing them on the days I don't go to my bar workouts because it's on your watch, it's easy, why not? Doesn't hurt. So I definitely love the health and fitness apps. Another thing I want to talk about is the battery life. Now, on a lot of things that I was reading, it said that it was a con, that the battery life doesn't last very long. It lasts a day and a half, and personally for me that is plenty because I do charge it every single night. I don't sleep in it, it's just uncomfortable, so I'm going to dock it every night anyways. So for me, I don't really need it to last longer than a day. So for me, that wasn't a con, but I just wanted to share that with you, that is a stat, that it does only last a day and a half. So if that's a problem for you, this is probably not for you, because there's nothing really you can do to prolong the life of the battery. That's just how it is. Also, it comes with a little docking station, and you just lay your watch in it, and it just induction charges, and then at night it turns the clock sideways, and it'll actually be like a little clock beside your bed, which I personally really like, because then when you wake up in the middle of the night and you think it's like 4 a.m. or you think it's like 9 a.m. or whatever, you can just like look over at the clock, and it's not super bright or anything, but you can see the time, and I personally really like that. Also, you know, it's an alarm clock or whatever, so it's really nice just having it like that. Another thing going along with the styling of this watch is you can change the faces. The face I have on now is this really beautiful Roman numeral numbers, and it's not the one that came with it. I honestly don't remember the one that came with it. I changed it right away. And all you do to change it is press down and hold on the watch face, and then you can select through them. There's a bunch of different ones that you can choose. One of like a picture you can choose. But mine is the Roman, and I think it's really pretty. Okay, so now let's move on to the pros and cons of this watch. We'll start with the pros and we'll finish with the cons, because I only have a couple cons, but I have much more pros, which is awesome. The first one is that this watch has Wi-Fi capabilities, which means if you're in your house or at school or at the office and you're linked to Wi-Fi, you don't have to have your phone in like Bluetooth range, so you could leave your phone in your locker or whatever, or leave it in your office and go across the building or whatever. As long as you're in the same Wi-Fi, your watch will still work, which is really awesome. I think I was even reading, I don't know if I've understood this properly, but even if you left your phone at home and you're on Wi-Fi, that your watch can find your phone and will still get notifications. That seems crazy to me, so I'm not sure if that is true, but I know for sure that if both your phone and your watch are on the same Wi-Fi, that they don't have to be side by side, that they will still work, which I think is super awesome, because where my office is, where Carlo and I's office is in a big factory, in his family's factory, so I don't always have my phone with me, but if I leave the office and go to, someone else's office, or if I go like out into the factory or like up to his office or whatever, my watch would still work and I could still like see if someone phoned me or like, whatever, without having to like always hold my phone with me, which gets annoying sometimes, or like I feel like I'll drop it or lose it or whatever. So I really like that this has a much longer range than most watches, because most watches will just have the Bluetooth. Another huge pro for this watch is that it can run both Android and iPhone. So Carlo and I just recently switched over to Android. I have the LG G5 and he has the Samsung S7 Edge. And we've had iPhones for like, I swear, 10 years. Like we've had iPhones, every single kind of iPhone, like the whole lineup forever. And there was just a few things that just started happening and we just weren't happy, and we just really wanted to change. With him being in the tech industry and like all that, it was just made way more sense for him to be on Android. And so, we switched over our laptops, and then we switched over his cell phone, and then I was like, yeah, like it has so many more features, like I might as well just give it a shot. And my plan for my phone was running out, so I was able to just give this a shot, and I was like, why not? I love this camera. It has two cameras, so it has like a wide angle camera and a normal camera, so it's awesome for vlogging and stuff. But yeah, so what I really like about this watch is if one day I totally change my mind and I want to go back to iPhone, I totally can still use this watch, so it's not a waste of money. Or if you have an iPhone and you're not sure if one day you might switch to Android or whatever, this watch will work both ways. Where the iPhone or my Apple Watch that I used to have, obviously I can't use anymore because I now have Android, so that kind of sucks. But so that was a huge pro, that it can work both ways. Again, another pro is just this beautiful design. I love, this is the female face, so I think it's the 42 millimeter. I could totally be wrong, but it's the female watch. So it is still quite large. Like, I mean, I have quite a small wrist and it is still quite large on my wrist, but I really love that. I love a large watch face on a really small feminine wrist. I just think it looks really pretty and just makes me feel even more feminine. That's why I love wearing Carlo's Rolex all the time, because it's just so big on me that I just think it looks so cool. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. So I love the styling. Again, the gold is just so striking. I love it, especially against my pale skin. It's just so beautiful, I think. And yeah, so a huge pro. I just can't say it enough. I love the styling of this watch. I did have to get one link taken out. And I was a little weary of where I was gonna get that done. So since I did order this online, so I just took it to like a little watch store in the mall. I think it's called Watch It. And I asked her if she could take a link out, and she's like, oh yeah, totally. It was $15, but she said if I want another link taken out, or if I want that link put back in, that I can come back with the receipt and it'll be free. So that's super awesome. Nothing crazy expensive or anything. But you do have to remember that if you do want links taken out, and it did come in the box with a few extra links, so if you're worried about it not fitting, it does come with extra ones. Okay, so that is it for the pros. Now let's quickly finish up on the cons. So one con is that since this watch is circular, its display driver is at the bottom of the screen, so there's this little black bar at the bottom. Personally, to me, it doesn't bother me, and for the longest time when I was doing research on these watches, I didn't even notice it until Carlo pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh yeah, it does have a black bar at the bottom. But to be honest, it doesn't really bother me. It's really small, but it is a con if, you know, once you notice it, you do kind of notice it. And then my last con is that it is one of the most expensive smartwatches on the market. There's a lot more inexpensive ones, so if you're new to, you know, smartwatches, or you just want to give it a try, I would definitely recommend probably a lower end one, just so you know you don't waste your money if you don't even know if you're going to like it. Like I said, this is my second smartwatch. I did have the Apple Watch before this, so I did know that I really like having a smartwatch on my wrist. So, and I just love the look of it, so for me, it being a little bit more expensive was alright, because I did want it to really look like a watch piece, and I didn't want it to look too sporty or anything. I had to order my watch off Amazon because I couldn't get it straight from Motorola to Canada. So I ordered off Amazon. It was no problem getting the gold with this band or anything like that, but I do think I had to pay, I'll have the price down here because I'm not exactly sure it exactly, but it was close. It was like around $900, close to $1,000. So it is quite expensive. I do have the top of the line one. They do have ones with leather bands, or the, you know, the silver watch itself, which are less if you do really want this one. But like I said, it is one of the most expensive smartwatches, so that is something to think about, and it can be a con. Okay, so that's it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I noticed something totally different, and I honestly had to put a cheat sheet in front of me because I had no idea what I was talking about. I had to like look up the terminology and everything, but I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up so I know to do more reviews. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you would like me to review, and don't forget to subscribe. I make videos twice a week, and I might throw in a few vlogs coming up, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all soon. Bye!